Good evening from the Manny L. Jackson Illinois Basketball Hall of Fame at the State Farm Center, where just a few feet away, the Illini are hosting the #1 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers. And so far, this game has lived up to the hype. But before we get into it, let's take a look back at the last time these two teams met. It was around this time last year, with both teams around number 20 in the AP poll. The Vols won 86-79 in their house. It went on to receive a 2 seed in the Midwest region and advance to the Elite Eight, where they fell to Purdue. This year, the Vols are without 5-year guard Santiago Vescovi and Dalton Connect, who was drafted 17th overall by the Lakers. But still, they're off to a 9-0 start in year 10 under Rick Barnes, including a number 13 win over Baylor in the Bahamas. The Illini led by 5 at the last media timeout for a 49-44 lead. Casper's Jonas continues to shine with 18 points at that break. Illinois got out to an 8-0 start to start the game off and trailed 31-30 at the half. We'll have the full highlights and a breakdown coming up tonight. But the game hasn't actually been the most exciting thing to happen on Lou Henson Court today. During the first media timeout, Luke Altmaier got on the mic and announced his plans to return to Illinois football next season. We'll have more from him tonight at 10 as well. Well, tomorrow afternoon, it's the women's turn to take the court at the State Farm Center. Shona Green's squad will host Southern Indiana in their next-to-last game before opening up conference play. It's also the second game of a 5-game homestand that rounds out the calendar year, which is exactly what this team wants. Between the end of last season and the start of one, Illinois won 10 straight at home, ending last year with just 5 losses at the State Farm Center. So with 6 wins and no losses this season, head coach Shona Green wants even more from the fans as the schedule gets tougher.
If you take care of home court and then, steal a couple road games, it's so hard to win on the road. And then you get in the Big Ten play, it's extremely hard to win on the road. So, it's just been something I think we have a lot of confidence here, and obviously having the fans behind you and having their support and being loud in times when we need it. I still want to see more.
Tip-off tomorrow is at 1 p.m. And this afternoon at Huff Hall, the Illinois men's and women's gym programs teamed up for the annual Orange and Blue Meet. The men's team's coming off a regular season league title, with junior Kate Costa winning an NCAA title on the high bar. The women's team has a lot of new faces, but is looking to make it back to the NCAA regionals and maybe even a deeper run. And while today's practice meet didn't count for the records, it was a good chance for these teams to start to get a feel for the season ahead.
I thought the boys did a great job today. We had a couple misses, too many. It's hard to be perfect this early in the year. But there were fewer teams that really showed out that are pretty much ready for NCAA championships, 3 months ahead of time.
The men's first regular season home meet is on January 31st against Nebraska, while the women are back at Huff on January 18th against Ball State. Well, a live score update for you. Since that media timeout, it is now tied at 52 apiece with just over 8 minutes remaining. Kasparas Jonas, the leading scorer, with 19. We'll have Brad Underwood's press conference live on our digital channels with more tonight at 10. Reporting for your Illini Nation, Courtney Layne Brewer, WCIA 3 Sports.